Chattanooga, Tennessee, in the UTC Arena during that big Final Four matchup. But what, James, a contrast in styles we are going to see in this match.
That's right, wild man Marc Mero. He's all high risk, all flash, all movement and speed. The Undertaker, power, strength, size, but surprising quickness for a man of his enormous size. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's going to be a very interesting contest.
The Undertaker also embarking on a very ambitious 24 hours tomorrow night, right here on the USA Network. A special 2-hour Royal Rumble Raw. The Undertaker and Ahmed Johnson will join forces for the first time as we see light.
Let there be light, and there's only going to be darkness for one of those teams tomorrow night. Undertaker and Ahmed, Mankind and Farouk. What a contest. You know, we saw 60,525 fans at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio a couple of weeks ago. You're going to see 30,000 or better at the Sky Dome in Toronto, and I got to think that somebody needs to send the World Wrestling Federation some bigger arenas. I know somebody's got to have something they're not using.
Boy, this should be quite a matchup. The Undertaker has one thing on his mind, as we heard earlier in the broadcast on the interview from Raw. And oh, that's a mistake by the Wild Man. Turning his back on the Undertaker can be very deadly, very costly here in the early going, as the Undertaker gains the early advantage. The body shot, the headbutt, and back downstairs.
It may not have been a mistake to turn your back on the old Undertaker because he was slow, he was methodical, he was careful. But the new Undertaker is explosive. He'll take a risk, he'll take a chance, and he'll open up on you before you can open up on him.
Can you imagine the unpredictable nature of this no disqualification Final Four matchup 2 weeks from tonight in Chattanooga, as the Wild Man using his greatest asset in this matchup? That's his quickness to avoid the contact, to avoid the Undertaker. The Wild Man must hit and run, must go downstairs and somehow use his quickness and his leverage to get the Undertaker off the dead man's feet.
And you got to remember, Mero has that boxing background, and that's what he's got to do. He's got to stick and move, float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. But right now, he's seeing stars and little sparkly things, because when the Undertaker catches you, that's when your speed vastly decreases.
The pace slows down, as was documented there by James Z. And the Undertaker with that wrist lock on Wild Man Marc Mero, and now the Undertaker at 6 feet 10.5 inches tall, 328 pounds, walking the top rope. Here comes the Undertaker. Oh my! The Wild Man is in trouble. Fans, don't go away. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being with us here. The Undertaker one-on-one with Wild Man Marc Mero here on Sunday Morning Superstars. And if Mero doesn't get out of the corner, he's going to sound like new Marine recruit Riddick Bowe. A little bit punchy. Those shots from the Undertaker are devastating.
And this thing's been, a big leg drop. This thing's been a slugfest, and that's to the detriment of the Wild Man. He'd be better off in a wrestling match, because when you're trying to slug it out with the Undertaker, you're going to come out on the short end of the stick.
Mero outweighed here, approximately 100 pounds, and another, I thought it was going to be a right hand. The Undertaker, a blatant chokehold, and the Undertaker's got a count of 5, or he will be disqualified here. Now the Undertaker, somewhat intimidating the official.
I got to question the wisdom of Mero taking this match just 24 hours away from a shot at the Intercontinental Championship held by Hunter Hearst Helmsley tomorrow night on Raw, and the managers will be barred from the building for that one, JR, just to make sure there's no interference.
The pace quickens, and Mero trying to gain an advantage here. Mero with a big-time knee lift on the Undertaker. And, wait a minute, Mero with a counter. The Undertaker, I thought, was going for the tombstone. Good counter move by Mero. And Mero with a clothesline, and down goes the Undertaker. Mero for the cover, 1, 2, and a near fall.
You know, now I've got to question the Undertaker taking this match just only a couple of weeks before the Final Four, when he gets a shot at his prime objective, and that's the World Wrestling Federation Championship match. If he can win that Final Four, he's got the shot. But Mero, the way he's come on in the last couple of minutes, maybe going to take a little bit out of the Undertaker.
Well, when the pace was quick and Mero had the advantage, and look at the power. The Undertaker with those body shots. And Sable now up on the apron.
Wait a minute. She ain't no Farrah Fawcett, I'll tell you that. What's up there. She better watch out.
Well, Sable certainly concerned about the Wild Man. And Mero sent for the... her face just hit off the apron.
Oh, my.
Mero just ran into Sable inadvertently.
Wait a minute. Mero needs to get back in the ring. He's going to get counted out if he's not careful.
Sable is hurt. He has stopped the match, so to speak, as we're going to take you back and show you what happened.
And boom, right into Sable.
Watch her face right here.
Ooh, the face in the apron of the ring. And that's why you shouldn't have a woman at ringside, JR. All it is a distraction. They ought to be home rattling and pop some pants around. It's going to be up on the apron of the ring.
This match back underway now. The referee's discretion there did not count out the Wild Man.
He should have.
And now look at this. Tremendous tree-like forearms of the Undertaker hammering the chest of the Wild Man. And now Mero will taste the steel at ringside.
Well, there you go. Mero wanted to be outside. He was so concerned about what was happening to Sable. Undertaker put him right back in the same spot.
Well, this has been a physical matchup of two tremendously contrasting styles. As Mero back in the ring, when the pace quickened, Mero seemingly had a slight advantage with his speed, but the Undertaker has not let that happen too much. This has been a brawl, a high-impact brawl with not a lot of finesse. And Mero fighting back. You've got to admire the Wild Man's tremendous competitive spirit against this phenom.
Well, you may have to admire his guts.
Oh, what a kick.
But I don't admire his teeth, because between the railing and that big boot, I don't think he's got many of them left that are all in one piece.
That big boot cost Mero some momentum for sure. But a size 15, you take another look here.
The boot right to the face, as you see him right in the mouth. And I'll tell you, Mero trying to dance. Mero's trying to stick and move. The Undertaker can't put him away, but Mero can't get the Undertaker off his feet.
And again, Mero trapped in the corner. And again, the Undertaker hammers away.
This thing has been more brutal than we thought it was going to be, I think, because of one main reason. Both these guys have way too many guts.
Both these men certainly considered fan favorites here in the World Wrestling Federation. And great quickness by Mero to avoid the contact. That could have been a fatal elbow drop. And Mero with a clothesline, and the Undertaker landing on his feet. Mero with a punch over the top, and he's caught. He's caught in midair.
I'll tell you what,
The Undertaker just ramming Mero into the ring post.
move and counter, and look at Sable. I don't need your help, Sable. Thank you. Get up. I'll lay there and take the count if it's me.
Well, the Undertaker rolling in to break the count. And the Wild Man trying a high-risk maneuver, but he was caught in midair by the Undertaker. And now the Undertaker buries his knee into the solar plexus. Another shot right to the kidney area. Wait a minute. Sable just kicked the Undertaker.
Is she crazy? Look at what... She's out of her ever-loving mind.
And Sable kicking the Undertaker twice.
And it wasn't well received on the dead man's part. Look at this.
The Wild Man, Marc Mero, is trying to come out of it here. He's kind of got a dazed look on his face.
She realizes what she did.
And,
Just in the nick of time, Mero clipped him.
Mero going downstairs. Maybe you should have done that early. The referee's calling for the bell. I think they've both been counted out. Mero's got a steel chair. Here comes Mero. Oh!
Holy mackerel, he's lost his head. He saw Sable threaten, and he's lost his mind.
Mero is trying to wear out the Undertaker with the chair. This match has been stopped. I think it's a double count out. Mero fighting the Undertaker for all he's got. The Undertaker, the Undertaker just drilled Mero's head right into the steps, and those are steel steps. Mero face first, and now, Mero is caught in the clutches of this phenom.
Oh my, is he gonna do it on the floor? Touch slam, and he's got to be out. Mero's got to be out.
The